RSL Nation! We are back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello.
Well, hi.
Hi. Um,
Hi.
we, I have a lot of thoughts today, and I hope that you guys
Uh-oh.
will, yep, I hope you guys will put up with them. Um, there has been a lot. I
There's been
always say that.
there's been a lot of stuff that's happened since last week since we recorded. We've had not one but two drafts,
Oh yeah, two drafts or two draws?
draws,
Draws.
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 There we
And a
are.
draft.
And a draft. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of that because there's a kind of nuances within them, but we're not the experts. We're just expert opinionators. So, um, I guess maybe I should ask you guys this first. How's Christmas shopping going?
I'm done.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Really? I haven't even started.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Ooh, dude, we're 2 weeks out. Like, literally 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, two
I
weeks from today.
I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. You guys?
From Jingle All the Way?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Um,
I'm that guy.
I don't like going in person, but I did buy my mom's gift
Oh, you already
online.
bought mom's gift?
Yeah, I bought it online tonight.
Thanks
So,
for letting us know. What'd you get her? Wait, don't say
well,
it.
yeah.
Does she even listen? Does
I
mom
got
even listen?
I got her some lotions and some smelly good stuff. There you go.
Oh, come on. All right, fine. Um, Sorry, just had to ask that because, well, I haven't done any of my Christmas shopping, and well, I'm hoping that my wife listens and gets me an RSL jersey that I still don't have. How bad is that? I don't have a home RSL jersey, but anyways, um, that's a yeah. Don't give me that look. I don't have one. In fact, fun fact, Marcos knows this. I have never owned a home RSL jersey ever in my life.
Sorry, what's the name of this podcast?
Everybody, we're kicking Alan off this show. If next episode Alan is not here, don't be surprised.
Good luck, guys. No, I've never owned one, and
Okay, maybe Santa can change that for you this year
maybe
if you've been a good boy.
you have to talk to my wife though. Maybe she might get it for me. I don't know, but yeah, like we said, there's a lot of stuff that we want to go over. We want to probably start off with something that we really want to go to that we really like, which is the Club World Cup. Um,
Once in a lifetime, baby.
Once in a lifetime, and that draw was there's a lot of cool teams, cool matchups. We'll talk about a little bit about that. We won't bore you too much because we want to get into the CONCACAF Champions Cup draw, which
Hmm.
that one I that was a roller coaster for me. I had some emotions, and I know Christian had some emotions, at least some
Ooh.
words in the group chat. And
That,
so, yep, we have to bleep out surprise some of those if we were to read it, and
oh,
then
no.
and then we'll talk about our opponent that we get. Also, we've already started some acquisitions. We'll leave it at that. And then we'll talk about what deadlines are coming up now since off-season um, market is open.
Free agency starts on tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, free agency for one. So, without further ado, let's dive into this Club World Cup real quick. I'm just gonna ask you guys a couple of questions because again, don't want to bore everyone, but what do you guys think of the groups that are formed? I'm gonna ask you who you think is the group of
The
death.
group of death. I'm gonna have to go with Seattle's group. I think they have a tough group. If I'm not mistaken, it's them, Botafogo, PSG,
Hmm.
and Atletico Madrid.
Hmm.
That you're correct.
That is tough.
That is a pretty tough one, but seeing as Botafogo got blasted by Pachuca today, which
Right?
side topper, we'll get into that what that means, but um, Botafogo, that's an interesting one. But yeah, I think that's a group of death because we don't know what kind of Seattle
Well,
team's gonna show up.
with
That's
Botafogo,
true.
obviously you have two players on there who have played in the MLS, so they have that experience of playing in Lumen Field.
Yeah, but oh yeah, they are playing in Lumen Field because everything in Seattle.
Yep.
Which is that That is just
Talk
I
about home
have
field advantage.
Right?
that's okay. Can I just say it? Can I just
Say
say
it.
it? That's stupid. That's like well, we compete if we could play at home because our field is the best field of all fields.
Not
It sure
even
is.
Miami. Not even Miami. Nice try. Not even Miami gets all three games at home. Did you know that?
Nope.
They
No, they
get.
have
Like
they have
what what
one
kind
away.
of BS favoritism is that? Seattle does not even. They're lucky if they're in this competition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of privileged BS is that?
This should be the LA Galaxy should be in this tournament.
Well, I mean, you guys, the reason why Seattle is in
Mm,
is because they won CCC in 2022.
right.
So, I mean, it sucks for all of us that couldn't even do that. Um, Christian, what's your group of death?
Honestly, I mean, B is probably the closest. Otherwise, honestly, Group H, I think, gives it a good run for its money.
H, huh?
Yeah. Uh, Pachuca's obviously a lot better than people were expecting to be with the form that they're in right now.
Okay.
Al Hilal is generally pretty freaking good in the Saudi Arabian League. And then Pachuca, I said Pachuca already, right?
Yeah.
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 Then, I mean, the fourth team,
Salzburg.
but Salzburg, I mean, they're already out of the Champions League,
Right.
which is wild. But then again, Real Madrid's not doing so hot either.
Yeah, that's
No,
And neither
no.
is City,
Oh, that was yeah, disappointing with them.
which Group G is now hilarious.
well. That's what I was about to say. That I was like, if we're gonna go like, look, group of death has now turned into like which teams are
Uh,
at the same level, right?
oh,
Well,
it's not consistent.
for me,
That's the thing. I can't pick a consistent group of death
no,
Right.
no, no.
because it is very inconsistent. You have very strong teams in each group, which I some of them it goes one, two, three, four in strength. Others it doesn't. Like for
No.
me, like taking a look here, Group D, Group D is not ranked by strength. Chelsea's probably the strongest team in there, easy. You take a look at Group F, Borussia Dortmund's the strongest team on that team
I
Yeah.
was
on
I was
that
about to
group.
mention. I think that is probably the easiest group to run away with. I think Dortmund. There's no team. Maybe Fluminense, but they're gonna easily walk all over.
And Dortmund's one of those teams that they do okay in their domestic league, but they wreck in these sort of tournaments. I mean, the match they had with Barcelona today, instant classic. It was
That was a really
it
good
was
game.
an that was an insane game.
Yeah, I liked watching that one. Um, I'm actually gonna so Group B, obviously the Seattle Sounders group is for me is one of the groups of death, but I actually think our group, Group E, is a kind of a group of death. Because they're
Quietly.
quietly. Inter is,
Them.
is good, and I mean obviously the best in that group, but I
I was like,
think the other
oh,
three are equal.
Ojo, Red Diamonds. They're a good Japanese team.
Yeah, I think the other three are equal. That Monterey River Plate game is gonna be nuts.
I-
Oh,
in LA.
In LA, obviously that's a more of Mexican land than Argentine land. So what kind of throws it for a loop for me is that Monterey's current coach is River Plate's previous coach, and that
hmm
guy did not leave on all too good of terms with River Plate.
no.
Yeah, and so much so that River Plate had to bring back their old manager before that one. I'm gonna start
Well,
using
that
Laver
the
sangre.
that game's definitely going to be a battle for second place if Inter can if they bring their first team squads and they play like they've been playing.
yeah, and obviously if Urawa is a disappointment, if they can be a disappointment, great. That'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
if Lautaro has been if he plays like he's been playing as of recently.
Eh, you know, now side tangent. I don't think he's as good as people think he is. From I don't know. I watch him a lot, but I don't know. Anyways, um,
That's relative, though.
that's sure.
No, but honestly, River Plate they got very very lucky when it came to location, getting two in Seattle, one in LA. Whereas you look at everybody else, they're all
I
over.
I think you should rephrase it and say we got really lucky that River Plate got put into those locations because,
Well,
um,
you look at Boca. Boca has to go play on the East Coast.
yeah, that's sucks to be them. Well, sucks to be a Boca fan anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, so we plan on, well, we're gonna try to go. We're gonna
Try.
try.
Try is good. Try is good.
So we're really excited about that. Sorry to not bug, bore everyone with that, but let's move
But,
on to
but
something that
honestly, if
what?
if you're a soccer fan, you have to at least go to like one of these games this summer.
Well, again, this is World Cup. This is like cheapest tickets are gonna be like
I,
$300.
I was gonna say it. It's
It's gonna be
It,
expensive.
well, yeah, if you want to see some of the best football players in the world, try to at least go to one match.
I mean, again, it's going to be the same arguments that we've been having for the past since this was announced. We don't know what kind of teams are going to arrive because it's supposed to be their off season. It's a transfer time, so it's going to be a funky time for everyone.
Mhm. Definitely,
okay
definitely.
time.
You're having a fun night over there.
Always.
All right, let's go CONCACAF Champions Cup because this is where we want to live. Just as a reminder for everyone, winner of CONCACAF Champions Cup gets a automatic berth to Club World Cup 2026.
9.
Nine? Is this every 4 years?
I can tell you in two
Yeah.
seconds.
It
Yeah.
is?
Every 4 years. It's
Yep.
always the year before the World Cup. Typically in the host country of the next World Cup,
All
So
which is
right.
going
the
to be interesting for the
the
following one because 6 countries.
so winner of this will qualify for the 2025 FIFA Intercontinental Cup and the 2029 FIFA Club World Cup.
Okay. Yes, because Intercontinental Cup is what Botafogo and Pachuca played for today, the 2024 version.
Correct.
So that's a lot on the line, and on top of that, from what I hear, it's a lot of pretty money too. I think it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 5 million. I think is the prize money or somewhere around there. Which compared
Only
to
5 million. Oh man.
compared to Club World Cup, did you hear what participants get? I
How
think it's
much?
I think 50 million each team. Yeah, the total prize package for
Jeez.
the whole tournament is like $3 billion.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
some good money.
now, someone's probably like doing math with me, like trying to see if I'm wrong. I don't quote me on the math, but it's somewhere around there. It's a lot of money. So doing really well in this opens the door for a lot of money to come into a club. So now we
The
have
the many players that you could bring in with that money, it's crazy. That
Yeah,
opens the door
that's
for
true.
so many squads.
that's yeah, that'd be crazy. So this CONCACAF Champions Cup draw had me in knots
Mm,
because
mm,
I mentioned to you guys that I wanted
mm.
the spot. What was it? A4, A5, A5.
Miami spot.
Miami spot. I wanted Miami spot because I was confident that the team that we were going to play against would be easy enough to move on, and we'd have to play Cavalier. Great. That means it's almost like an automatic qualifier to the quarterfinals. That's what I was thinking. Um, I don't know, but it didn't happen that way,
All I
guys.
can say is good luck to Colorado and Kansas City. They're both screwed. They are both screwed.
So I mean, not
Mm,
so.
I
Here's
I I
here's my
I,
thoughts.
pers- I personally don't see either of those squads making it to the quarterfinals because winner of LAFC Colorado obviously has to play Columbus. Columbus has been they were decent this past season. Inter Miami KC, we don't know what Inter Miami squad we're going to see because Inter Miami they had to play in two tournaments.
But I mean, that tournament doesn't start until June. The FIFA World
yeah.
Cup. Oh,
That,
sorry, the
that
Club World Cup.
that's true. That's true.
So that corner of the bracket has five of the how many? Seven MLS teams?
Uh,
Eight MLS teams.
yeah,
Correct.
eight.
Correct.
Nope, nine. Vancouver. There
Oh,
we are.
Nine, nine, nine.
Five of the nine MLS teams are in the same corner. That That was a
Should not have happened.
horrible draw.
FIFA would not have allowed that to happen.
No, did you see how many like exceptions and stuff that they had to do for the Club World
Hmm.
Cup one? It was like, holy crap. This one shouldn't you shouldn't have two teams or at least three teams from the same league in the same bracket or quarter of the bracket. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um, so we got obviously actually I want to what's your guys' thoughts on the position draw that we got?
it's not good. It's not great.
Not ideal.
Not yeah, because
Not impossible, but not ideal.
winner of us has to play LA. Obviously, coming off winning the MLS Cup. The plus side, they won't have Ricky, so he will be out for hopefully a long period of time.
Well, don't say hopefully. That sounds mean. But yes, we
Yeah.
Yeah.
we, we definitely don't want to play against him.
But yeah, that definitely is going to be brutal having to play Galaxy in the next round.
Well, let's not count our eggs before buying the chicken because we got to play against Herediano, which, by the way, guys, let's talk a little bit about Herediano. Um, we have a little history.
Hmm. We've met in this competition before.
We have, we
It's
have
been what 12 years? 12 years
12
since
years.
yeah.
And last time didn't go great for us. We lost 1-0 to them at their place. Not a good look. And I can't remember someone, I think Trey mentioned that someone got a red card in that game. I can't remember who. Um, and then when we played them at our place, it was a 0-0 draw. So we don't have a really great history against them. Mind you, tonight they played the second leg of their, I don't know what it was. It's like a season finale, season final.
It was the semifinals of the Costa Rican League.
Oh, well, I don't show any other more games until January, so I thought it was the final.
No, semifinals.
All right, so they played against Alajuelense, the
Oh,
the team that
They also
Oviedo went to.
and they automatically qualified for the round of 16.
Yeah, Alajuelense qualified to the round of 16 in this CONCACAF Champions Cup. So, um, I don't. Were you guys? Sounds like a dumb question. Do you guys even have a channel to watch this game that happened tonight?
not
Not all of us are gifted with having magics like you.
not
Bro,
regally.
not Wrigley. Well,
Not
I didn't.
regally.
I didn't watch it Wrigley either, so technically. But so you did watch it.
No.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. First leg, Herediano won that game 2-0. First leg 2-0. So they're up, and that was at their place. Now they have to go to
Hmm.
Alajuelense, and obviously they have to Alajuelense. That's gonna that
We
name's
gotta
That's
win.
a tough name.
that's a tough name.
Alajuelense.
Nope, you got it wrong. You want to try, Christian?
Nope. Alajuelense.
Closer, but
Alajuelense. There we go.
sure. Um, you're like, flip you. So they needed a win. So what does Herediano do? They park the bus. They actually, for those that, that's what it felt like. It felt like a circus watching this game. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, those that remember us playing them 12 years ago know that they park the bus and they flop a lot. Guys, they haven't changed in 12 years and they changed players. So, watching this game, it was from the first minute, the goalkeeper just grabbing the ball and just falling forward. From the first minute. So, with this, and you can just imagine. I'm not even going to describe it anymore. We need to make sure that Vera and
Mhm.
Chicho are on their best behavior because fouls, they're just going to live on the ground and they're going to milk everything. So,
And at the same time, we have to be aggressive on the ball.
exactly.
And plus, the fact that you guys are aware the away goal rule applies to this. which is going to be a huge factor for things like this.
Mhm.
Can you imagine if we get a goal in their place? Just one. All
And
we
then we
need
just
is
park.
one.
No, we just park the bus at home.
I
Then
don't
we
want
just,
to. I don't want to park
No,
any bus. No,
don't you,
no, no, no,
don't you,
no.
no,
if they park the bus, why can't
nope,
we?
because we're
No!
better than that.
No! Oh no! What?
Marcos,
We aren't
uh,
Minnesota United. Ooh,
Ooh, he went there.
a little too soon.
It's a little touchy subject. Touchy subject.
Both of you. Um, no, guys, this isn't. This is a team that if we play aggressive, they're gonna live on the ground. That's the other problem. So that's why I'm worried about this game. Um, don't have any dates yet, but we are playing in February, which means
according to FOTMob, game
oh
one is February 4th, 2025 at 2 p.m. at America First Field.
Well, we're second leg.
yeah, and we host second leg.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just going off what the damn website says.
I, I was like,
Wait,
unless leg one is in January.
wait, where does yours? Mine, unless mine's not updated. Mine doesn't say that. What the
Mine says
heck?
that. Mine says that.
Oh man. Well, sucks
You
to
gotta
suck.
you got to update that apparently on your phone. So
Aka awkward.
Aka awkward. So this is. I want to get your guys' now. What matchup do you guys think is going to be the either toughest or one you're looking at, or what side of the bracket sounds more interesting besides ours?
I think a team that kind of has, in my opinion, an easy first round game. I want to say is Monterrey against Forge.
Mm.
Bro.
Like that one's gonna be an easy cakewalk for Monterrey.
But on the other side of that same bracket, you've got Whitecaps and Saprissa, and that's gonna be a banger of a game.
I am
That one.
I am so glad RSL avoided Saprissa.
I mean, we
We got
avoided.
it. We got
Did,
one.
did we really avoid anything? Kind of.
I mean, we avoided Saprissa. We got Herediano.
Yep.
In fact, I'm trying to pull up their last season. Where is it? Standings. Well, I guess Alajuelense first, Saprissa second, Herediano fourth. So we got the worst out of the top three, four technically. So I guess not a bad draw. I
Can I
think
say oh oh no, you first,
I
please.
was gonna say Tigres has it easy
Hmm.
with Esteli.
That's true.
A
That
matchup
is true.
I'm interested in. Hear me out. Guadalajara Cibao.
Because you want Guadalajara to win, so you can see America Chivas. that's
No,
a,
I
that's a clásico.
that is a clásico.
Interesting, but why Cibao? Why I guess why go Guadalajara? Why either one?
I don't know. It's just a matchup with historically solid teams that should be good.
Not gonna lie, I don't know much about Cibao.
Cibao is a Haitian team that they've only been around for. No, sorry, I'm getting no. That's sorry. That's Real Hope. Real Hope is the Haitian team.
And they
Hey,
what?
Real Hope, we hope you do your best against Cruz Azul.
Suerte, suerte,
Suerte.
suerte.
By the way, this is a total side tangent, but having to do with this draw. Does it bug you guys that people still say Real, even in Spanish?
I did notice that a
Or
couple
when they
times.
say real,
Right?
I'm like
real
it's I'm like it's the same spelling as Real Madrid. It's like come on,
muchachos y muchachos, real Salt Lake. I'm like,
Yeah. I'm
I'm
like,
like, I'm like do better,
what?
do better.
We don't say Real Madrid,
I think we should start saying Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, Real Sociedad,
Yeah,
real Betis.
Real Betis,
No, no, sorry. Let me. Real Betis.
Real Betis. Yeah, no, sorry, that part bugged me in the draw, especially with all of them All of them except for Jonathan Borenstein being Hispanic. That
No, so with knowing who our opponent is, the possible dates, beginning of February, this is not going to give RSL any time for any preseason matches whatsoever. Does this worry you guys at all? Because normally they do go down to Arizona, do like the Tucson Cup or whatever, but I don't think they're going to have enough time because I think the guys come back to Utah maybe beginning of next month, do some practices. A few weeks later, they're down to Costa Rica.
I'm worried because Herediano is going to have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 games. All right, sorry everyone. We had a slight hiccup, technology hiccup. Stuff happens, but so RSL having a short season worries me. Only because Herediano has how many games did I count? Seven,
They'll
nine,
they'll have about 5-6 games, I believe, prior to first leg.
six, seven,
That's a
7 games.
lot.
Seven
Yes,
Such a
games.
short time.
Well,
yeah,
yeah, they
7 games, 7 games in 1 month.
yeah they're doing. I mean, just listen to this: Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Sunday. Oh, sorry, that's the end of it. But they do.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Yep. So they do
But I feel
Sunday,
like
Wednesday.
I feel like by doing that, they're going to be having either rest a lot of players, or by the first leg, their players are just be so physically drained.
They also carry a lot of injury risk by doing that in
Yeah.
such a short time. At the beginning of a season,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Well,
th-
and get
it's a
this.
double-edged sword because we won't have played a lot, aka at all. They'll have
Mm-hmm.
played a little too much.
Well, that's what I was going to mention is that the dates that are set for round one for the first leg is either the first week or the second week. It depends on how whatever is drawn. But if it's the first week of February, they play at home at that Sunday, so they don't travel. They can rest. The
Mm-hmm.
following Sunday, they play at home again, so they're at home both times. And
Hmm.
so that's again. I mean, it's not like Costa Rica is a huge country to travel, so it's not like anyone's gonna be tired. But I think the fact that you could stay at home is maybe it might have a factor. I don't know, but yeah, the fact that we don't have a preseason worries me.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely does. I'm hoping that Pablo and his staff, knowing that we won't get a preseason, knowing that they probably won't head down to Arizona, maybe call in, maybe just do like a local pickup, local scrimmage or something. I don't know. This really does worry me because going to a hostile environment like Costa Rica, yes, it's a small stadium with 8,000 seats, but that's going to be a difficult place to play.
What
I
a
think.
baptism by fire for any new players too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but what new players? I mean, which I guess that maybe I don't want to get nitpicky with you, but which players do you think will be super surprised?
I mean, you take a look at anybody new that we picked up during this past season. We're taking a look at Matty Crooks. We're taking a look at Javan Brown. Taking a look at uh, Diogo Gonçalves. The most hostile environment he had to deal with was in Europe.
Yeah, like well, he played in
Those
Champions Leagues.
those are hostile environments.
Yeah,
In a different sense, Central and South American hostile is a much different definition of hostile than Europe.
but
Yeah.
I think this will be a very baptism of by fire for young players like a Bodie, like and like Brody's not old young, but it'll be be difficult for him in that kind of situation. Maybe a Nelly, but a Nelly's definitely proved himself.
Do you think it'd be actually I was gonna say maybe for Beavers. Do you think we would let Beavers in on this action? Oh, actually that might I'm not gonna lie. That actually might help.
First game in on the road, hostile environment. That's a good learning opportunity right off the bat.
You want baptism by fire? There you go. So, um, there's still a lot of question marks surrounding
Oh yeah,
RSL's
oh yeah.
preparation.
Like the other big question mark. We'll talk about it as it gets closer. But how much of an advantage is playing on the second leg for us with it being snow? Because we saw how much of it was for the home opener against LAFC.
I actually don't
less than
think I think we can. Sorry, and again, not to be nitpicky, we can leave snow out of this and just say cold,
yeah.
because
Mm.
a Costa Rican team that doesn't
Uh,
play in 32, 35-degree weather,
Oh yeah,
I think that that'll
Right.
affect them.
the cold, the elevation. So
Yeah, I think that that's a huge advantage for us, absolutely, and
Mhm.
especially for the Hispanics that have already gotten used to it. Boom, double whammy. So
yeah.
the yeah, more to come because we have a lot to dissect, but obviously when it gets closer, we're gonna know a little bit more because now into our next topic, um, we acquired one player so far.
Can we get a round of applause? We're making moves. We're making moves.
Oh.
We're making. Woo!
Great. Yes.
The Wolves are out.
Well, just the one. The wolf is out. We can add this to our um closet of animals. How many animals do we have related
We
to
have a wolf.
RSL?
We have a beaver.
We left the
We have a
moose
moon.
loose.
We have a wolf and a moon.
Oh,
We have a
It's
wolf
meant to
howling at.
be.
Ooh,
meant
It
to
is
be.
meant to be.
We do have a beaver, but we also do have the random animals running around the stadium: ducks, cats,
Raccoons.
raccoons. So
lions.
lions, obviously. Um,
Shout
but
out to Leo.
shout out to Leo. So, what are you guys' thoughts on getting Wolf? And I know Marcos has a lot of strong feelings. Um, but I'm gonna start with Christian because I want to hear Marcos's stuff afterwards.
Well, my thing is to the people who are over, I think a lot of initial reactions were overreactions. He is not in to replace Diego Luna.
Ooh, can
He's
we
there. He's there to fill in the role of Michael Chang.
exactly? Can we just talk about a little bit about actually no, after this Wolf thing, but a little bit about that Luna little rumor splurge that went around? But
No, like
Oh, I've
I,
got opinions on that.
good.
I will agree. Like I was when we did hear the wolf, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be the replacement for Luna. But like Christian said, this is just the replacement for Michael Chang because Chang wasn't bringing much for the squad off the bench. But we look at what Wolf brought to Atlanta, and he brought a lot. He's about a year
Mhm.
older than Diego Luna. He's been playing for the under 20 national team or under 22, excuse me. He did play overseas for I think one season, and he did play with Almada, Giochini, no, Yakamaki.
One of those.
Well, one of those. But yeah,
Yakamakis.
Yakamaki. But he has plenty of experience coming off the bench, so he's a very, very fast player as well, from what I saw from his highlights.
And I guess not to put salt on anyone's wounds, but if you really believe that the front office would just get Wolf to replace Luna, you obviously have not been paying attention for the past year and a half of what
Mm-mm.
the front office has been doing. Because how can you replace Luna with Wolf? That's embarrassing.
I don't think that the
No
front
offense
office.
to Wolf.
No offense to Wolf, but
No,
that's embarrassing.
I don't think they would be that stupid. Be like, hey, Luna had a great past season. Goodbye, and we're gonna fill you in with somebody who has zero stats at all. No, they wouldn't do that at all. No.
The- I don't think the front office wants to risk another Andreas Gomez situation happening again.
But here, let's get into it. I think that they needed to do it at the time that they did it because of
Mhm.
money. That's all it was. It wasn't a football move. It was money
Yeah.
move. Period. Because from what I'm understanding from many people is that you need to offload your players in Europe's summer window
Hmm.
because that's when you get the most money. Because if you would have offloaded him right now, which sorry, little side tangent. That's why Diego Gomez was sold in the summertime, but didn't leave to Brighton until now, which I think most RSL fans are like, why couldn't we do that? Well, that just wasn't in the agreement. But
So
and they
I think
sold
for our I think for RSL, what they should do with Luna, having Leeds take a look at him per
Oh.
one offer. I think RSL should look at the many offers that are on the table from different clubs, and then go from there. Because yes, Luna wants to go overseas. But first off, take a look at what every single squad is offering. I think the lowest I would go for Luna, me personally, 10 mil. 10 mil on the table.
Oh, easy. But
Yep.
here's
So
the thing. We take a look. Leeds obviously um caused a lot of stir with the rumor, right?
Yeah.
Um and people are like, "Oh, Leeds, that'd be such an upgrade." Here's my opinion, folks, and you can quote me on this, come after me on Twitter. I mean that's the only social media of mine that's public. Um Leeds would be a downgrade from Real Salt Lake
interesting.
because because I've said this before and I will say this again. MLS better than the championship, not better than the Premier League. We're in between. The bottom, the the top MLS teams would be mid to bottom tier Premier League teams.
Agreed.
The Galaxy would win the championship, and I'm not even joking.
Facts. Facts.
So Diego Luna going to Leeds, while it sounds cool because it's a historic, it's a British club, it would be a downgrade from
Yeah,
Real Salt Lake.
yeah, I wouldn't. In fact, let's clarify. There wasn't even any interest like offers being
Right.
extended. This was just they
It's,
were
it's
acquiring.
just rumors. Just rumors. And I think if Luna if he does go to Europe, I think it's just gonna be second division. It's not gonna be first division for any Spain, Italy, none of that. It's just in my opinion, I think it's just gonna be second division.
Well, now here's a I'm gonna bring this one on, and this one might hit a little harder. If we think Luna is better than Diego Gomez, and Luna beat him out for Young Player of the Year, why
Hmm.
are we downgrading Luna to a second division team in Europe when Gomez is going to Brighton? Like why limit Luna to second division anywhere in Europe?
I absolutely agree. To
You
me,
make a good point. You make a solid point.
I maybe you can limit him on what league according to his playing style, but don't limit him on a division because
mm-mm.
I think Lunas is first division player, and you have the wide range of teams within the first division. I mean, you can play for a lower level team like Ipswich and still be in the Premier League.
No, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right. So I will he be gone by the end of the season? It all comes down to what offers are on the table. And
I have my thoughts. I have my thoughts. Because I mentioned the summer thing. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
he's gone in the summer window. I think he's gone in June.
yeah. So
It all
if
depends on
that's
how he plays.
yeah, exactly what Christian said. Because if he just comes off in this CONCACAF club, if he's just kind of meh, not showing up in the beginning of the season, then I don't think other teams are gonna be looking at him right off the bat.
And can I say, I think just because of the amount of soccer that I watch, I think he'd be a good fit in the Bundesliga and specifically on a team like Bayern Leverkusen.
Interesting. Um, I would actually see him or prefer to see him in Premier League or Serie A.
I think those would be good fits as well.
I
Yeah,
But
I,
we see,
if we're looking at the Premier League, I could see him. Uh, I mean,
looking at the table right now.
I'm looking
oh
at the
yeah,
table right now.
oh yeah,
Maybe
we already see many Americans already do very well in Serie A,
yep,
so I think he could fit
West
it.
Ham.
Yeah,
West.
I can see it. I'm trying to back up my Serie
I,
A
I, I,
lines.
I'm just taking a look at, what just realistically what teams he would fit in realistically.
I mean, I think in my for my argument with Serie A, I think anyone on the bottom half of the table. I mean, Parma, Genoa, Lecce, Como,
Fiorentina,
Fiorentina. No, that they're fourth. Then
other four.
that's too high. Heck, I would even send them to like a Venezia where we already have two Americans.
Ooh, I would like to see him on a mid-table like Roma. He would do well with Rome.
Torino.
Torino would be good.
Yeah, so someone like that. That's where I see him. And I if we can get those kind of deals for him, that'd be baller. And I think that'll launch him, I think, to the national team for 2030 World Cup.
But like Christian said, it all comes down to how he comes out to start this season.
Hmm.
If he needs to come out guns a blazing like he did to end last season.
Well, if he starts the season how he started last season, yeah, that was kind of shaky to say the less. Um, let's speaking of all this transfer trade, let's just slip into next and last topic, which is free agency and what
It,
RSL needs.
yeah, so it officially opens up Thursday, so December 12th. And if you look at the MLS website, there's a long list: goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards. A lot of good players that are available. Two players that jump out for me personally that I would want to see RSL grab. Forward, Jeremy Abobasi. He was with Portland Timbers for a while, went to San Jose. I think he needs to get away from San Jose. He's a decent striker that I think would be a good addition off the bench for RSL. Another player that I would love to see RSL go grab, and I've been a fan of this player for a while, is Xavier Araga, who is with New England Revolution. Solid center back who I think would be a great backup for Justin Glad.
Okay, so you're looking for center back and striker options.
Correct. Yeah.
Christian, what are you looking at?
Honestly, I'm not thrilled with the list of free agents, just to be completely honest.
Well,
Um,
there's some old and there's very few diamonds in
there's
the
a
rough.
ton of old on this list.
There's a few diamonds in the rust.
Well, here's what I was telling Marcos the other night, and I think you, Christian, will agree with me. I think that a lot of these players that were bigger names, or that were pretty solid players, this sounds like I'm going to be spitting out the obvious, but these guys were doing really well 3 or 4 years ago when they signed their last contract. Um, right now, with their contracts up or options declined, it's because they're not at their top level. Right now, we're needing people that are, I, if I were to give an age range, I would think 30 is our max age.
Mhm.
If we go older, that's a complete waste of money at this point.
So fans who are wanting Carlos Vela, it's not happening.
Not in my books. It
No,
shouldn't happen.
it-
And if we're gonna look for someone like a striker that you're talking about, Marcos, I think it needs to be someone that's worse than Chicho, same level as Anderson Julio. He can't be better than Anderson Julio.
I could do a Joseph Martinez.
I was literally about to say the same thing. Yeah.
No,
No, you wouldn't.
no, that's
Okay.
just no,
You know what's
Rui
really
Diaz?
funny though?
A Rui
No, not.
Diaz?
Oh no.
no, worse.
You know what's
Oh,
funny? Albert Rusnak is on this list. What
yeah.
breaks my heart though is seeing Tate Schmidt on this list. I just feel bad for him. I don't think we should get him back. I just feel bad for him.
He was decent with Houston, but not great.
He was better with RSL.
Yeah. But yeah, you look at the list of forwards on there, nobody's really eye-catching. For me, the only one I would want is Jeremy Abobasi. So
Wasn't Corey Baird on the list somewhere, or was he on another list?
Yeah. He he re-signed with Cincinnati, I
Oh, he
think.
resigned.
he did. He did.
That's what it was.
Good for him.
You see a lot of former RSL players,
Which
but
is crazy because I get the feeling that a lot of players leave RSL like, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Is it?
but for Aaron Herrera, right? He signed a really good deal with DC right now.
Yeah. That was a
Uh,
mistake letting him go.
No, but like you guys said, that with a lot of these names on this list being a lot of the veterans, like you have a João Paulo, you have a Carlos Vela.
Maxi
I'm gonna be
Morales, Tommy
Maxi
McNamara,
Morales.
Dax McCarty, Josie Altidore,
those are all
Ethan
old guys.
Finley.
Like I'm gonna be interested. I'm interested to see come tomorrow which MLS clubs pick up these old farts. Like yes, there's a
Omar
very
Gonzalez.
Yeah,
yeah
I
yeah
I thought Omar Gonzalez was an analyst on some sports channel at this point.
right.
Yeah.
Nick Lima.
Matt Hedges,
So
Tim Melia.
Hey, Johnny Russell? Anyone? Oh, come
no.
on. Yeah, Kai Kamara. I mean, that's Mr.
William
Marathon.
William Yarborough.
Benji Mitchell.
Nope. Been there, done that for two games.
I feel bad for him.
Oh my gosh. And one of you guys mentioned Maxi Morales. Yeah, bro, I think that guy's 42 years old or something like that. No joke. He left Argentina to come back to the MLS, and NYCFC was willing to sign him back. That's nuts. So,
But realistically, do we see RSL at least signing one or not at all? Do we see or the
I'd
signing
prefer no.
or is signing period's kind of done the rest of the offseason for them?
well,
I,
here's the
mm,
thing. Think logistically and think logically. How many players did we get rid of? Like seven or eight.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on the number, but somewhere around there. Now, we've only we've only signed back one. We have to get at least two or three more. We have
I
to.
agree.
Because if not, we're totally shallow.
Well, we've lost two center backs, Silva and then Holt. So
And we I guess technically we have four if you want to count PQ and Brown.
Javain, yeah.
But we need right backs. But unless they're just banking on Bodie developing and Brody being a backup,
So
which is a possibility. That's what we have to realize that that might just be a possibility that we're going to start the season with just that.
yeah, it's the harsh
I
reality.
I think it'd be silly not to pick up two or three more. We have to.
Hmm.
We've got the cap space. We've got the money. I wouldn't. Yeah, we got rid of 7 or 8 people, so let's turn that around and buy a price or two or three more. Higher
Agreed.
And,
quality.
yeah, and
Agreed.
decently priced ones like we can't just be going after the 150, 200,000 ones. We need to go for like the 500, 600.
Let's pick
No,
up a few more Matt Crooks levels.
like
Seriously.
like we saw what San
Expensive.
Diego FC we saw what San Diego did tonight in the expansion draft. Like they just picked up like some mid-level players. I think Jasper was the
Oh,
most there he
I
was the most expensive player that
I
they
told you
drafted.
what they're doing though. You can't compare it to an expansion draft. Expansion draft, they're just gonna nab a few players for their roster, but you realize picks 4 and 5, they traded it out for allocation money. They're
True.
gonna go out and buy players to fill up their squad. That's
That's
their
true.
focus.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's their they want to buy their own players instead of using MLS retired players because you say because you just mentioned there's a ton of good players. Yeah, they're older, but they're a bunch of good ones. But they also come with a pretty hefty price tag too. That you're like, no, you're not worth that. But they're not gonna. Hence why Carlos Vela can't sign with LAFC yet because they can't they can't find a right number because he wants to charge them like probably 2 or 3 million for his services.
Yeah, bro's not worth the millions anymore.
Mm-mm.
No, no, he's not. So
Yeah,
that's
so we got the free agency, and then I think we have the MLS Super Draft. So in these next week or so, there'll be a lot of moves happening throughout the MLS. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to see which players go to which clubs.
yeah. That I'm this is the exciting time of the year, but it's also stressful because you're like, I don't know what to expect. But
Yeah, how are teams going to get ready for a massive tournament that starts in less than 2 months?
and what I would ask, oh my gosh, I just saw Ilie Sanchez was on the list. Sorry,
Hmm.
got
Yeah,
distracted.
yeah,
That's a good one. Um, I would want everyone to like pay attention to what's happening this offseason. That way we can have a really good like preseason predictions because
Mm.
this next season is going to be, I think it's going to be even tighter in the West. Um, Oh, speaking of West, because I just remember the conversation we had texting. Um, Seattle is going all out for Dallas's roster.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Jesus and Paulo Areola, Jesus and Paulo Areola heading over to there, which it's not anything breaking news, nothing earth-shattering because
It kind of is. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it is only because of this. I think Ariola is replacing Rusnak. Um,
Ooh.
and
So
that
where's
that
Rusnak going back to Europe?
I don't
no,
know.
I think no,
He's out of a contract.
Yeah,
I
I
think
did.
it, I think the different MLS club is going to snag him tomorrow or this weekend.
How old is he?
Late
He's
20s, I think.
yeah, he's around my age.
I mean,
And what
he's
have you done?
stop it,
I'm
stop it,
sorry.
I haven't scored 10 goals and had 12 assists in a season.
guys. He's 30 years old. He believed that we grabbed him pretty young then.
Yeah, 24, 25.
Wow. And he didn't do that much for us. Sorry, that's my opinion. That's not a
For
fact.
us or for Seattle or both?
I think he did probably about the same.
Yep.
For me, he's not an impressive player. He doesn't have the
No,
vision that I expected that he should have had.
no, but the Jesus and Areola to Seattle, that's not really, nothing earth-shattering because they're both kind of
But
mid.
stop. It
Well, they
is.
no. Jesus didn't really have a great season this past
He
season.
injured. He was injured. But who is he replacing?
Yes, he's replacing Rusnak.
No, no, that's Ariola. Who's Jesus replacing?
Oh, Rui Diaz.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Seattle knows what they're doing, and you're gonna have to watch out for them.
Oh, Seattle's always had a very smart front office. Gotta give them credit for that. That's why they've been so dangerous over the past 10 years, ever since they switched up their front office.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you say that they're kind of just they're older, they're kind of just meh, but no, within MLS, this is a huge deal because Seattle just offloaded two old people to grab slightly younger ones to have another good 2 years at least. That's what I think. Maybe RSL can do the same. I don't know. Flip. I don't know, guys. I'm still kind of nervous.
What I do know is I think you lost that bet to Soccer Dad, so I think
Oh,
you're gonna be wearing a Marco Royce jersey. Ah,
Oh,
ooh, Alan has to
did
wear
you
a
did
Marco.
I
wait
can't
from
believe you
what club?
remember
Alan has to wear a
LA.
Marco. Alan has to
Uh,
wear a Marco Royce jersey. Everybody.
uh,
Uh,
I'm so
So
sorry.
so
Ew, brother.
Soccer
Ew.
Dad, if you're listening, Alan is ready for that jersey.
I'm a size L.
Ah,
But
woo.
he really is.
Yeah, yeah, I really am. No, ew, brother, ew,
Oh
ew.
man,
If you had a
no one,
Dortmund version of that jersey, that'd make it better.
For
Much better.
you,
no one. When I was watching MLS Cup and I was seeing LA lift the trophy, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, yep, Alan's gonna be wearing that jersey.
no, he mentioned it to me this last game that we had with our sons. He's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, congrats on your new jersey." I'm like, "You're a dork." Um, dang it, you're right. LA winning, and I lost the bet. I can't believe, like, I knew I was gonna lose the bet, but I didn't think I was gonna lose the bet. Um, guys, this is a fun time of the year. We don't know what's gonna happen the next couple weeks, because of Christmas. Most likely, we'll take Christmas and New Year's weeks off to
Hmm.
then jump back in. So maybe next week might be our last episode of the year. So
Oh,
I know. So. And it actually might fall on a day after. Next week is the daughter's birthday. Can't
which
can't
one?
record the oldest.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, 9 years old. Woo!
You getting old? You old?
I feel it. Um, so expect one more episode this year, and we'll make sure we talk about some really good stuff. Hopefully, we get some news. And obviously, it'll be coming out at the same time as you guys know it. So, um, any guys have last thoughts before we head out?
Get your Christmas shopping done now.
That's true.
Yeah, don't be like Alan. Be like me.
That should be a GIF or a meme.
That should be a t-shirt.
Yeah,
Don't be
don't be
like
like
Alan.
Alan. Be like Christian.
Um, yeah. Merry Christmas to everyone. That's a little too early. Well, we'll save the salutations for later. But thanks for listening, guys. It's been a hoot. Let's wrap this up and get out of here. Marcos.
Make sure you guys are following us wherever at Twitter and Instagram at the RSL Bros, and listen to us on Spotify and Apple, and watch us on YouTube as well. But until next time, guys, take care.
Shaka. Bye.
Bye.
As I'm like.